We've
Hello.
got, oh, Staff Sergeant, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
Where are you?
I'm over here on Medicine Lake.
You're on Medicine Lake. Are you fishing?
I just caught a fish and I got off to talk to you guys.
Oh, the fish got off, or you got off to talk to us?
I got off to talk to you guys. I just put him back.
Oh,
He was a little
what are
baby
you
fish.
doing?
He was
How
a little
big was
baby
it?
fish.
How big was the Staff Sergeant?
Oh, probably like 5 inches.
5 inches, but what kind of fish?
Crappie, I think.
A crop? You think?
Yeah, it was a
Are you
crappie.
from?
My sources tell me it was a crappie.
Are you from Minnesota?
I am not.
Okay, then in other places in the world they call them crappies.
Crappies. I like that name better.
I figures about. So where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Not quite a Youper.
Say again?
Not a Youper, though.
I'm not a Youper.
Thank you. That it's a little bit of a derogatory comment. Did you get Youpers a bad time?
I call them Canadians.
You call Canadian. Well, they are across the border. So what'd you catch that monster 5-inch crappie on?
I honestly don't know. This is my first time ever ice fishing. I'm still learning.
You're from Grand Rapids and you don't ice fish?
I joined the Army to get south.
Oh, so what brings you to Minnesota then?
I'm a recruiter now at the Blaine Army Recruiting Station.
Awesome. How long you been doing that?
About a year and a half now.
What's important to you when you look at a recruit like we had those 5 young men and ladies? What do you look for in a good recruit?
I like to see somebody that wants to do something more with their life. Has got the same passion and desire I had when I was 17 years old, when I wanted to join the Army. Got the little patriotic blood in them and just want to do more for themselves and be part of something bigger than themselves.
Well, that's really cool. So do you have a specialty other than being a recruiter?
I do. I'm 12 November. That's a horizontal construction engineer. So I do a lot of road work construction. I've also done a lot of route clearance when I was deployed in Afghanistan and some demolition as well.
So when you're over in Afghanistan, do the people appreciate you over there?
I would say so. I think they like having us there more than they like having the bad guys there.
Yeah, for sure. So is it something that Staff Sergeant, are you going to make a career out of this?
Absolutely. I'll be at 10 years in the summer. I'll have 10 more years to go till I can retire. And I can't see myself doing anything else in this wonderful career.
Oh, that's awesome. We appreciate that. But do you think recruits, is this something that they can make a lifetime career out of?
Absolutely. If I can do it, I think anybody can do it. Army's taking good care of me. And if you let the Army's going to take good care of you as well.
So what are some of the advantages? Is there schooling possible? Is a salary so that you can make enough to live on? And tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. The Army's going to pay 100% of my college tuition anywhere I want to go. And then financially, the Army's always taking care of me financially. I've never had to worry about where my next paycheck's coming because it's automatic. I know what I'm getting. And I think I'm doing a job. I think if you're doing a job where you say you're overpaid, you're doing pretty good. So financially, I'm doing really well. I've never had to worry about a medical bill, a dental bill in my life. The Army's taking real good care of me.
That's awesome. So you would recommend this as a career then?
Absolutely. I'd recommend it to anybody starting off their life, getting out of high school, starting off their adult life.
So my dad was a Marine. He passed away here a number of years ago. He always used to say the sea ration. The food was horrible though. Tell me about the food?
Oh, the food's way better than it was back then. That's what everybody thinks when they hear about the military or the Army. They think of back in the day, but it's 2021 now. Food's better, living is better, everything's way better now.
That's good because I tell you what, Dad. I think he weighed about $160 soaking wet at that point in time. But I've got military background for myself. My uncle was part of the Bataan Death March back in Japan. Dad was a Marine, and once a Marine, always a Marine. And the military, it's a close fraternity, isn't it?
Absolutely. I moved here in Minnesota a year and a half ago, not knowing anybody. Now everybody I work with, I would consider my brother.
So you don't do a lot of fishing. Grand Rapids, Michigan, great area for both hunting and fishing. Have you done much of it?
No, I haven't done much of that. I was more of a want to play sports kind of guy than be outside in the cold and hunting and stuff.
Well, surprise! Now you're in Minnesota.
Yeah, here I go. Here I am now.
Yeah, And this, if you dress warm enough for it, you're dressed in layers. I can see that you've got a good sense of humor. You're out here on the lake, and it's warm, relatively speaking. Of course, you got to remember it's 50 degrees warmer than last weekend.
Yeah, it's still that's a Minnesotan thing to say. This is still not warm.
For crying out! In Michigan, yeah. Well, no, I can't say that. That's a family operation, so I won't say that. But I've got some friends that are Yoopers up there. But Michigan's a beautiful territory, and they've had some downtimes there too, being in Detroit and some of the areas there. And of course, Minnesota, we've had our issues with not only the COVID and some of the racial discrimination that are going on. But you can literally, as a recruiter, are you looking for diversity as you were recruiting?
Absolutely, we look for anybody that's just looking to better their lives. We don't care about where you came from, what you look like. We don't care about none of that. We're all together. We come together as a team, and we got one goal, and that's to do the same thing and achieve the mission.
So you're saying I have a chance?
Well, you might be a little overqualified with the age part.
Overqualified. Well, I appreciate that. But you can retire after 20 years, though?
Yes, sir. After 20 years, I can retire.
Oh, unbelievable. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Staff Sergeant Dykema, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes, sir. You got it right.
Oh, every once in a while I get one right. Chalk one up for the old guy. Thanks so much for joining us, and go catch some fish.